Hello and welcome to the Things Half of Fandom and Things. This is going to have to be a really short video. It's also the third time I've filmed it because I keep turning into a wreck. The video is going to have to be really short because, like I said, by the end I'm going to turn into a train wreck. So, just a heads up now, all the pertinent links for the contents of the video, for the topics of the contents of the video, are in the bar below the video. Today is March the 7th, 2012, which is Special Olympics and Best Buddies Day for Spread the Word to End the Word, which is a campaign designed to eliminate the words retard and retarded from people's day-to-day vocabulary. Now, I know in my last two vlogs, I kind of threw the word retard around pretty liberally, even at least by my standards. And oh my god, if you guys knew how much I hated saying it, even for just illustrative effect. I by no means condone or excuse that word coming from my mouth or the mouth of anyone around me. I bitch at my dad for saying it, even if he's just joking. On to the legitimate content. When you say that someone's acting like a retard or something's retarded, it implies that whoever or whatever is hopeless or a waste of time. And it's offensive to people who have intellectual disabilities and to their friends and family. In reality, I wish I could say that when it came to people with intellectual disabilities, we've come a long way, we as the human race, but truth is we haven't. Most people with intellectual disabilities were put in jails and poorhouses for the longest time until mental institutions took off. And for a while, the mental institutions had really bad care. And the practice of putting people with intellectual disabilities in these institutions didn't end until the mid-1960s. And yes, stop and do the math. They've only been mainstreaming folks for about 50 years. And in some parts of the world, it's still going on. When you use retard or retarded in a derogatory way, it promotes a really negative stigma. The National Down Syndrome Society says that they, quote, strongly condemn the use of the word retarded in any derogatory context. Using this word is hurtful and suggests that people with disabilities are not competent, end quote. At this point, you're probably wondering why I'm talking about this when I'm not a family member, I'm not a friend, and I'm not a self-advocate. As I mentioned in the past, I work with special needs kids, elementary, junior high, and high school level, and a lot of them are the ones that have the kind of disabilities that people think of when the word retard comes to mind. Now, I'm gonna gripe about my job like anybody else, but deep down, I really do love the kids I work with, even on days when they grate on my last nerve. The idea of going back a generation or two, and the idea of these kids locked in an institution just makes me want to cry, which is why I've had to film this 3 times, because I always break down and I can't talk. If I keep talking, I'm probably going to work myself up to another cry, and I don't want to film this a 4th time. So I'm going to stop here. Linked in the bar, like I said, the links are in the bar below. You have, on the Spread the Word to End the Word site, rword.org, there is a pledge that you can take where to say that you will stop saying retard and retarded and will just eliminate it from your vocabulary. You don't have to tell me you signed it. But if you do, or even if you don't and you still make the effort, I think it would be a good thing. At least for me. Whatever your reason is. I know there's math out there for it. There are plenty of ways to say that something is stupid or it's lame or whatever. Retard does not have to be one of them.